check it. Check it. Oh, I think I got the fever. I'm heated. Pumping up the meter. Roll me a ringleader, mad party bleeder. Make this with a storm. Lead after lead after leader.
Be me. A kid with no internet restrictions paired up with a horrible laptop. The laptop I had couldn't even run Minecraft. So I was very limited on the choices of games I could play. They mostly consisted of Flash games and Roblox. But while enjoying Roblox, a friend introduced me to a game, which was The Streets. And after that, I was hooked. I feel like I really enjoyed the senseless gameplay of The Streets since, with the majority of the games, I can just turn off my brain and play. There's no objective, you just blast people for no reason. I'm gonna try my best to not be biased about any of the games mentioned on the list, since I have played the other games longer than others. But if there's a game that you'd like to hear me talk about, drop a comment below and I might make a part 2. But enough yapping, let's talk about the games already. I'm gonna talk about The Streets first, because there's not much to talk about, but I still wanted to mention it. The Streets is the most bare bone of street games. Alright, let me talk about the GUI real quick. On the bottom of your screen, you see 3 bars. Red, blue, and green. Red is to indicate your health. After your health reaches 0, you are down for a small period of time, but you will get back up after a while. Blue is your knockout meter, which behaves like another health bar and is weak to blunt weapons. Green is for your stamina, depletes after any melee use. I love money so much, but you need money to do just about anything in this world. That includes this game too. Playing this game without spending any money is a real struggle. Money can sometimes be found on the ground or even earned passively over time, and killing others doesn't really help the process, unfortunately. But a fairly new mechanic was added, the cred system. Actually, I don't really know how long ago this was added, so I'm just gonna say it's new. However, this works like a leaderboard. It's good if you want to show off, I suppose. Upon stomping on a down opponent, you gain 50 cred, and if you feel like throwing more money away, you can look no further than the street game passes. And being a Roblox game, of course they were still very pricey, but I did buy them because they were straight up game changers. For instance, the vest, which turns you into a complete bullet sponge, and the tactical shotgun, which spawns you with a shotgun that is way more overpowered than it should be. But a nice thing that they added was the ability to purchase Game Pass weapons from different parts of the map. Well, most of them of course. The street follows most street game formulas, and with the carry and stomp mechanic, which is good for players who just hate fighting people who camp on roofs and stuff. What about updates? At the time of recording this, which is November, do mind you, it seems like a Thanksgiving update, which allows you to turn into chickens. Okay, I know it looks like a turkey, and the model also looks like a turkey, but it's a chicken. I don't know, they call it a chicken. It's weird. The Streets is still getting updated every now and then, so I highly recommend checking it out if you feel like playing with some friends or just killing time. The Hood. Also known as the Streets' rival back then. Up until the Hood crushed them with the high player counts on a daily basis. The game is very similar to the Streets, but does come with its own variety of gameplays and looks. First thing to note is that the game is in R15 instead of R6. And another thing is that the content is pretty frequent, although the content being cosmetics. The Hood is kind of everywhere. And I meant that in a literal way. You can straight up buy $5 lettuce from a gym, or get roundhouse kicked to death. If I were to talk about every detail of this game, then this video would be like an hour long. So I'm just gonna give a quick rundown on all the important stuff. Like the first game mentioned, you were introduced to 3 bars, but different colors? This time, green represents your health, and is replaced with a yellow stamina bar, and the third blue bar is exclusive for armor, which you can buy around the map. There seems to be a reputation system in the hood, known as respect. For every confirmed stomp kill that you get, you gain 50 respect. In contrast, you lose 40 respect if you die. I didn't really know how to get money, so I began to punch the ATM like a normal individual does on a Tuesday afternoon. And then after several minutes of useless punching later, a lady told me that I was doing it wrong and proceeded to give me some cash. So I did what any person would have done with a lot of cash. I bought a gun and shot the nearest person. Honestly, I can see why people enjoy the game, but it's really not my cup of tea, but it's still good regardless. I'm gonna try to not look at the game and talk about it with rose-tinted glasses, considering that I've played this game longer than any of these other games. But it's whatever, let's just talk about it. Criminality is a street game that's been flipped on its head, or something like that. The quality of the game is a lot better, with good animations for both melees and guns. But the gameplay though... It's just criminality. I'd talk about the content of the game, but nothing crazy has been added. It's just a bunch of skins for guns and even some with pay-to-win benefits. But let's talk about the content that's already available from the get-go. I'm a big fan of the infection game mode because it's a nice spin on the humans versus zombies genre. And it could be its own standalone game if it really wanted to. Along with the brawl game mode, which is just gun game with melees only. Your normally colorful bars are replaced with these monotone green and blue bars. Editor Lime here. I forgot to mention that the colors are darkened to fit the tone of the game a little more. Yeah, that's about it. Anyways, back to talking about bars. The green is your health, and the blue is your stamina. And you see those body part icons? Those are important for keeping you alive since they operate like individual health bars. You take too much damage on an arm? Boom, broken arm. Slower reloading and reduced melee swings. Too much pressure on those legs? Boom, broken leg, unable to sprint and slow as hell. The game really does try to incentivize you to kill others, replacements, and money. But anywho, I'll probably make a full video on this game talking more about it. Maybe, I don't know. Honestly, I know that there's gonna be a person out there who thinks that these are like the worst takes ever. And honestly, I'm gonna let you have that opinion because, I don't know. I feel like these games are completely subjective, you know? These are the only games that I played, and I had a somewhat decent time playing them. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. Take care now. I'll see y'all later.